Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky here on another round of Righteous Readings where I give raw, righteous readings to you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. I hope you're having a wonderful day, week, as we're traveling through, or weekend, wherever you are in the scheme of things in your neck of the woods. I hope you are doing well. I hope we're all happy and of well health. So we are, of course, continuing with the March, May monthly. Only a few signs left to go. Sorry, I'm having a really... It's Tuesday morning here. Just come back off a long weekend, and I slept in as my alarm didn't go off this morning, and I woke up at like 10:30, so discombobulated, didn't know what day of the week it was, didn't know whose bed I was in. I woke up with an extension cord wrapped around me. So I was a little bit in a state of confusion and perpetuation, and I was quite complexed about what I had experienced, obviously, during my 12-hour sleep. And I woke up feeling like absolute shit. Kids, of course, did not therefore make it to school because it's like 10:30, and I'm just like, why? Where's the bus? Why? What? So now that I've had a coffee or two, actually, where is that cup of good Jojo? Because I still need to continue that. We are going to kill off the next sign in line. We've only got a couple left to go. We are about to do Libra. So my beautiful scales of judicial justice, this will be your March, May monthly. We're going to do a Celtic cross of standard placements. I'll explain the initial reading to you, but then I will go through and clarify. Don't get too bogged down by the meanings initially, because this is more of a very brief description of what I'm seeing. It all comes through much crystal clear during the clarified part of the reading, so don't get too bogged down by the initial analysis, because it's just that. It's just an initial analysis. The stories often change, morph, warp into something completely different, so don't get too bogged down by the initial. We also will get your spirit animal at the end of the reading to find out who can guide and assist you through the process of March. So Libra, now let's kick it and not waste any more time, because I'm so far behind these March readings as it is already. Don't forget, if you have not done so already, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell to all. I go live weekly, every week, to give all signs weekly readings for, well, all the signs. Libra, March. That's very interesting already. Oh, Spirit's advice is going to be a hard pill to swallow, Libra. I don't think you're going to like it. Oof. We've had a few majors come through. 3 in the reading and 1 is the underlying energy. So we have 4 majors coming through for Libra's March initial reading so far. The underlying energy for the whole month of March is that of the foolish, being very foolish, in a state of frenzy, in a state of learning everything as if it's the first time over. We want fresh, funky, and first. Fresh, funky, fun, and first. We've got 4 F's on the board for you guys there. And that's what it's all about. The underlying energy is that I want to have fun. I want to be in flurry. I want to be fresh. And I want it to be the first time I've ever done it. I want it to feel like the first time. Feel it like the first time. Oh, yeah. Maybe you're doing something for the first time. Libra. The current energy coming into the reading, coming into March, you are sporting, my babs, an Ace of Pentacles reverse. We're coming in here with a bit of a lacking of prosperity, lacking of opportunity, and a lacking of understanding, perhaps, why that is. Got many questions, not many answers, and we're sure as shit I got no 2 pentacles to rub together to make a dollar. We are a bit burdened, or we are a little bit lacking in any sort of fresh seed here in monetary. We're sort of looking around going, where can we find some sort of opportunities? The challenge that you're going to need to face and deal with throughout the month of March is that the 2 pentacles reverse. Not having the agility to be able to handle your money matters, my dear Libras. Dropping pentacles everywhere. Feeling like this is a never-ending cycle of shit. Feeling like there's not 2 pennies to push it. And the crowning of the reading supports that as well. In the next position, in the forefront of it all, in the subconscious for Libra, the 7 of Pentacles reverse. There's been no growth here. Your subconscious is realizing it, and it's really at the forefront of the whole reading so far is this pentacle energy. We haven't had any growth. We haven't had any money, no spare to work with. If anything, we haven't even had enough to actually manage. March is a real sad reminder as we're all facing in the world today, how much we are really missing out on just the living. It's hard to live without a pentacle. It's hard to live without money. It's a sad realization. Does money create more growth in life, or does money support life in general? I've had to even ask myself that question a few times this March, and I think you'll be asking yourself that a lot more than that. The root of the reading and the foundation by which everything's growing from is the King of Wands. Regardless of what all this money is talking about for you, at the root of the reading, there is a lot of warmth here. There's a lot of giving of time and a lot of want and need to be around others to see things grow, the growth and the plentifulness, even if it's not your growth. You're not growing much, and I feel like you're investing your time in others and helping them grow. It's a bit of a sense of, I can't do it, and I want to experience it, so I'm going to go and get involved with others who are experiencing it, so I have a little bit of shiny come down on me. Even though it doesn't directly affect you, it affects your positive outlook. It affects your attitude. It affects your desires. And that King of Wands wants his desires fulfilled. He wants to feel the warmth. He wants to bask in the warmth. And the King of Wands is not feeling that. The past energy leaving you now, still prevalent. Another ace. It is the Ace of Cups reverse. So even in the past energy, there was a real realization that our cup cannot be filled. Our emotions are overflowing in the wrong way, and we cannot adjust and we cannot manage this because our cup's on its head and the water's pouring out. There's a sense of lacking in peace here and tranquility as well. Everything's just up on its head. But moving forward from that, you're going to bore some sort of stability because we now have Sagittarius' major arcana, the Temperance card. This is all about frugality, bringing into fusion all of that by which is around you and blending it, fusing it in perfect alignment. Being very enlightened here with that third eye chakra, just beaming there with enlightenment. There's also a sense of learning to be patient. And it's not the fact that you haven't been patient up to this point. It's more the fact that you're willing to reserve and go into that energy of just temperance. You're embodying all that by which temperance stands for. The frugality, the patience, the balance, and the persistence in a very pulled back, relaxed energy. Spirit's advice is not so polite, and I don't know if it'll be well received. But Spirit is telling you, major arcana for Gemini, the Lover's reverse. There is a commitment, a relationship, that is going to bust awry. I feel like someone has done you dirty. Someone has upset the balance, I'm hearing, upset the balance. And that might be why everything's a little wry and rickety at the beginning of the reading with those pentacles. Some of you, I want to say, a lover's actually robbed you blind, left you lying there in the dust of the wake of destitution. For others of you, it's just the fact that someone has pissed off, like gone away. They've just literally ghosted you. And for others of you, this is something that's come out. Someone's been a little sneaky, someone's done some underhandedness, or someone has slept in someone else's bed which they shouldn't have been in. And I hope that's not the case, but I have to say it. Because no one wants to be cheated on, no one wants to be made a fool of, and no one wants to be treated like that. The outsider's view of you, the outsider's view, I think, is what's going to lift you up, Libra, because it is the Empress. Everyone's looking at you during this time, and I think you know that everyone's looking at you during this time, but they are seeing beauty. They're seeing someone that is so damn beautiful, how could anyone mistreat them? They see someone that's got their whole life ahead of them. This is Venus energy, bitches. This is someone that can also take on the war. Venus isn't all about love and beauty, babes. Venus is a fucking warrior. Venus is war as well. We don't speak much about that. But because maybe readers don't like to read the fact that, she's a war-torn person that can take out anything. Venus is not to be fucked with. Venus has a lot of repercussions that come from her. And the outside view is of someone that's badass and beautiful. Bitchin', but bountiful. She's the boulder that's made of bricks. Nothing can stop that. She makes up her mind to get out of that cozy and get into her war-torn armor. She will wreak havoc upon your houses. She will bound your houses. And she won't say sorry. She will look effortlessly beautiful while she does it. And smile. And curtsy. While the house burns down with you in it. Don't fuck with Venus. Venus is so much more than a little lass that's a lamb. She's a lioness. And to mistake her as anything other would be your mistake. But the outsider's view is not. They know exactly what you are. You are beautiful and you're a fucking warrior. Hopes and fears for Libra is that Six of Pentacles. We want our equal give and take. We want our monetary back. We fear it's not. We're begging. We may be needing to borrow to buffer ourselves during this time, Libra. But we're feeling a little disheveled. But man, we aren't letting it go. We're going to bust a booty till we get our pentacle back. The outcome so far for Libra. Tough realizations. King of Cups reverse. This is someone that's very emotionally unstable. This is someone that's really letting those emotions boil up over, and it's busting the pot. It's taken out a lot more than what we're willing to lose. This is someone that says all the right things, but is very inconsistent. Their inconsistencies are a real nightmare to deal with for any other individual. This is someone that can get a little jealous too. Can be a little bit envious. Or someone that doesn't actually give two shits about anybody, not even themselves. They don't like to let things flow, and they will not let things go. And they're very judgmental. They're very righteous in some ways. Even when they're not right, they still pull the punch. Let me grab the other deck to clarify the reading for Libra. And I will travel through, clarify the placements, we'll explain it all and do the dance again. Like we always do. For Libra. Just while I'm shuffling, a side note, Gemini's reading that I brought out yesterday was a nightmare of a mess. I think it got effed up during the editing process, or editing didn't happen. I'm not quite sure. But I've re-gone through it now, and it's getting re-uploaded. Be warned that the beginning starts twice in the first 5 minutes. It just replays it. I don't know why, but I can't get rid of it. There's some sort of corruption on the file. So I've saved it as best as I can, but otherwise the Gemini reading will need to be done, and those messages need to come out. Spirit has been saying, look, fuck the technological disadvantage. You need to get the message out. So it will be a bit of a starter on that reading. But after what I uploaded yesterday, you're probably all wondering what the hell that was. I have no idea. It's cut it and pasted it, a few different readings together. They were all Gemini readings though, but they weren't for this month. I don't quite know. Anyway, let's get through this now. So let's clarify this reading for Libra's March. So for the current energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Spirits and guides, can we please clarify the Ace of Pentacles reverse? Why is the Ace of Pentacles reverse? I'm so damn tired. I'm allowed to fall asleep sitting here. The Moon energy coming through with the High Priestess. The challenge that we need to face for Libra for the month of March, we have that Two of Pentacles reverse. Spirits and guides, can we please clarify the Two of Pentacles reverse? So tired. Temperance energy reverse though. Sagittarius energy. Crowning the reading, we have that Seven of Pentacles reverse. Can you please clarify the Seven of Pentacles reverse? Queen of Cups reverse. Root of the reading, we have the King of Wands. Can you please clarify the King of Wands? Why is the King of Wands here? Wheel of Fortune. Past energy, we have that Ace of Cups reverse. Can we please clarify the Ace of Cups reverse? The Empress. Taurus energy. Moving forward from that, we have the Temperance. Let's clarify that Temperance card because I'm very keen on this one. The Lover's reverse. Fuck it in the ass. So that's what that's all about. Let's clarify Spirit's advice now. The Lover's reverse. Why is the Lover's reverse here, please? Clarify the Lover's reverse. Jesus, the Five of Pentacles. Clarify further that. It's a mess. Page of Cups reverse. Yeah, I'm not loving that energy at all. Spirit's picked up on a real issue here, and it's not going to be a polite one to talk about, but we're going to have to get into it, I'm afraid, Libra. I was hoping we might be able to sidestep some of the nasty, that this wasn't going to go down this path, but unfortunately Spirit has just confirmed everything that I just feared for you. Outsider's view, we had the Empress. Let's clarify that Empress. The Death card. Scorpio's major. Shit. All right, hopes and fears now. That hopes and fears card of the Six of Pentacles. Let's clarify that Six of Pentacles, please. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? The World in reverse. Okay, this is never ending. And finally, the outcome for Libra's March. King of Cups reverse. Sorry, there's some sort of shit coming up on my phone. King of Cups reverse, please, for the outcome for Libra. Let's clarify that King of Cups reversed. The Chariot reverse. Further information. 10 of Wands. All right, we got what we needed here today. It's not what we wanted to hear, but we got the answers. Underlying energy to clarify that Fool now is the Five of Cups reverse. Being very foolish, being very in a state of frenzy, first time, all over again. Five of Cups reverse is some loss, some real grief that's happened. It hasn't just happened, but it hasn't even begun to heal yet. It's still very much in the forefront. There's also a sense here of trying to have a positive outlook, have a positive spin, still dealing with some real big issues. But we're trying to be hopeful. We're trying to put positivity at the forefront to try and hopefully bring in a better outcome than what we're dealing with right now. We want to progress forward and not be stuck in any more of this discombobulated energy of sadness, of loss. Sadness and loss feels like we just bring in more sadness and loss. We need to get out of that headspace, the situation away, so we can start to gain traction and move forward from that energy. We don't want to be stuck and stagnant in that shit any longer than what we need to be. We dealt with it, well, we felt it, we dealt it, we're done with it. You know what I mean? And process it just as fast as such. We just want to get out of that energy of being stuck in the realization of what the hell has happened, whatever that means for you. Let me go grab that coffee because I really do need it. I'm getting a little parchy and I don't want you, you know what I'm saying? And a death stick because I definitely need one of them too. And I will go through the reading again. Thank you, Libra. Just give me a moment. Sorry, Libra. Got a little hungry. So I started the death stick. Went and got myself a good old Australian Vegemite sandwich. Now, in the comments down below, let me know what neck of the woods, what country you live in, and whether you have ever tried a Vegemite sandwich. Now, also let me know, did you like it? What do you think of Vegemite? Have you tried it? Can you get it in your neck of the woods? Australia no longer owns it. The company that makes it, Kraft, was sold quite many years ago. The formula has changed a bit over the years, but it is an Australian staple. Everyone has it in the cupboards. Even my mum's English, she keeps it in the cupboard. I steal it all the time. It's that black shit that you put on bread. Let me know. Have you ever tried Vegemite? Do you like it? And where you are in your neck of the woods. Let me quickly down this and we'll go through the clarifier. Oh, I feel so much better now. That was amazeballs. God, you'd be surprised how much energy a Vegemite sandwich can put into you. Love that shit. Love that shit. Maybe English. My family may be English descendants. Like historic. They came from England, people, whatever. But I was born an Australian, mate. And I tell you right now, I'm fucking Aussie through and through. Even though I love my English background, I have much respect for the English. And I'd love to go there one day and actually learn about, you know, fish and chips and shit. But, you know, I wouldn't be going anywhere without a Vegemite sandwich. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, God, we are the backwaters, aren't we? Anyway. Don't tell anyone. All right, let's go through the reading now for Libra, because we aren't talking about Australia's history here. We are talking about a Libra reading for March. So the current energy was the Ace of Pentacles, and this was clarified by the High Priestess reverse. This is a sense of no monetary gains or prosperity here. In fact, there's nothing on the table that would even allow us to have an idea. There's no options. So it's making us go inside ourselves with the High Priestess. I love it how it's depicted by the owl here. We need to gain insight here. It's a very powerful card. It's actually one of the highest intuitional cards of the deck, actually. And there's some good or bad secrets that are about to be revealed to you. And there's a real sense to keep this shit to yourself. Don't divulge it. Don't pass it on. This is for you to know and for no one else to. Lock that shit in like it's clamped down by a clamp. Don't re-express it ever. Sorry about that, guys. A bit of discombobulated energy out there. Argument over. Oh, God's sake. The lid of the lunchbox. The lid of the lunchbox, people, you know. We all got to have it. Can't live without it. But anyway, your challenge, however, Libra, for the month of March was the Two of Pentacles reversed with the Temperance in reverse. Sagittarius major, like I said before. Wow, guys, there is a real sense here not having the agility to handle your money matters, and you need to face this. But you also need to face the fact that you're being very impatient, that you're not being very temperate, and that you really are being very, very non-frugal. You're spending big, maybe. You don't have the pinnacle to do it, and you're wondering why you can't bring in any new prosperity. Now, this is a real issue. This is a real issue because there is a real sense of not putting restrictions on your money, and you really, really need to. And you're not testing the waters, you're going all in. And this is your biggest mistake. This is why you've got yourself in this kind of little bit of a situation, I feel. Crowning the reading in your subconscious of it all is that Seven of Pentacles reversed with the Queen of Cups reverse. Again, there has been no growth in monetary. If anything, there's been a depletion of your asset. With that Queen of Cups reverse, this is someone that is not very emotionally nurturing. They're an individual that are very fickle, very unstable. They're not very they're not very intuitive, and they're not very sensitive. Or they can be overly sensitive, but not in the right kind of way. They can come across a bit harsh and brass, if you know what I mean. The root of the ring, the foundation by which everything's growing from, King of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is an individual who is very warm, who is very giving, who wants to be around people's desires and help them make it grow. And they're hoping that from doing this, the Wheel of Fortune might play favour with them and give them at least an opportunity to have a spin, whether good or bad. They just want the option. They just want the ability to have that option in their corner, whether it works for them or not. And I understand that feeling. Past energy leaving you now still prevalent, the Ace of Cups with the Empress, Venus energy, which was the outsider's view. In the past energy for Libra, there was a sense here of the cup of love could never be filled because the cup of love was upside down and it just leaked like a sieve every time something started. It would end just as abruptly, or it wouldn't even get off the ground. But from this repetitive nightmare of everything falling out like a sieve, you bought your most beautiful asset, yourself. You put time in yourself. You were plentiful with self. And you wouldn't allow anyone to delay anything for you. Even though delays were happening across the board. You managed yourself well, you put yourself in a good position, and you held your head held high. And you made yourself look really beautiful during this time. Look good, smell good. You're at your best of self. Moving forward from that, now this is crazy. Sagittarius and Gemini coming through together, the opposites as always. Temperance and the Lover's reverse. Moving forward from that, you decided to really bring it into alignment, to be very patient, very consistent, and to be very intuitively guided. Unfortunately, I think you might have been intuitively guided towards someone that was not good for you, the Lover's reverse. This is something that was unrequited. This might have been an individual that started a love affair outside of the connection. This is someone that strayed perhaps, or someone that was dishonest, or someone that lied. And you tried to be patient with it. You tried to be temperate with it. You tried to even console it. And you decided to no longer rebuild it or to put any energy to it. It had to go. The Spirit's advice supports this muchly, because I even pulled an extra clarifier for it and it still supported it. Spirit's advice, Gemini's major, the Lover's reverse with the Five of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. Leave this relationship or this connection immediately. And I know Spirit is telling you that it understands that when you do so, you will be going into a Five of Pentacles with destitution, loss, and being pushed out in the cold and not have a pot to piss in. But from that, you may feel even like your creativeness has depleted. You've lost all prosperity. But there is a way here to move forward with new options. You need to see things truthfully and be honest with yourself about what's going on. You may also not be learning anything from this, because there's a lack of, with that Page of Cups reverse, being intuitively incited. So you're going through this experience, you're not retaining any knowledge. It's just like you're sweeping it all clear, and you're going to make the same mistakes again because you're not understanding you're not learning the bloody lessons, Libra. Same as Gemini's monthly reading. What's with these air signs, honey? Come on, learn the lesson. Don't repeat the cycle. Such shit. Outside's view of you. Man, they see some great shit. Empress with the Death card. Scorpio's major. They see someone that is beautiful, ready to take on the war, ready to win it in their most beautiful assets, in their beautiful gown. And someone that is transforming. The Death card is that all about the endings, the death of a situation, new beginnings coming from it. And that's what you're boring. The outside's view is someone that they can have anything they want. They've just got to let the shit go. Let this die. Let this end. Let the beginning begin that you've wanted. You can't do that while retaining this individual person, place, thing, or whatever the fuck this is regarded. They're dragging you down, Libra. They're dragging you down. Hopes and fears, Six of Pentacles with the World reverse. Otherwise, this shit's going to continue. The World, sign of Saturn. You don't fuck with Saturn. Saturn's a big mother. You don't want to fuck with Saturn. Six of Pentacles with the World reverse. Much of the same. Cycles aren't closing out. You're still going to be begging, borrowing, and stealing all. Trying to get your pentacle. This person, place, or thing, whatever this is attaining to for you, will keep on doing what they're doing because they're not going to change and you're not learning the lesson. That's what this reading's about. They won't change. You not learning the lesson. Repeat. 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 And you can hope for all of the Wheel of Fortunes you want. But if you keep making the same shitty choices, you're going to get the same shitty outcomes. I'm sorry. I do real righteous, real readings here. I don't give you fairy, candy floss, lovey-dovey, mushed up readings that you're going to, think that the pixies are going to come and pee on you in the night with gloriful, abundance. That's not ever going to happen, I'm afraid. You got to make shit yourself. And believing things are going to change when they're not going to is just setting yourself up for failure. And I don't do readings where people set themselves up for failure. I give you the truth, the raw, righteous, real truth, so you can make the appropriate decisions, therefore, for what's best for you. Only what's best for you. Because that's why I'm here, reading these cards. The outcome is much and many, and it's not the greatest. Okay? Libra, we have the King of Cups reversed with the Chariot reverse. That's Cancer's major, and the Ten of Wands. From this is going to bore much pain. It's going to leave you emotionally taxed. It's going to make you feel very, very jealous maybe, or very, very hurt. Chariot reverse is saying that there is no victory to be had here. It will just cancel itself out if this keeps going. And with the Ten of Wands, you're being weighed down with problems, a very heavy load. You're being so overly burdened by this that you're never going to get out of the thick of the rough of it. Because you're carrying too many damn wands to even pick up anything else. You got to drop this. I don't feel that you're releasing this. Even though tens are completions of cycles, I feel like you're not releasing these burdens. If anything, you are cleaving hold of these burdens so damn tight. because you're scared to lose the last piece of this person, place, or thing. I feel like you love whatever this is. You don't love the way it is right now, but you do love what it was, what it represented for you. But now there is no victory to be had over this situation. There's just problems. The balance is completely out and everything's disarrayed and dysfunctional. It's discombobulated. Last part of the March pie for my Libras is your spirit animal to guide and assist you with some additional. And I think you really need some additional. So I feel like my words aren't going to penetrate the waters of your mind, actually. If anything, you're probably giving me the finger right now. And that's okay. You can do that. I don't make the card meanings, guys. I read the cards. That's all I do. I'm just the reader. I'm not the one that put you here. And I'm sure as shit not going to be the one that gets you out of it either, unfortunately. I am powerless in this situation. I'm not even in it. I'm just here reading about it like the storybook of the times. Long since passed after the point of it. You just need to understand that. For Libra now. Whoop, shit. Wow. When you just want to say something, you just come out full force, don't you? Oh, wow. And I think that if you're not going to listen to me, maybe you listen to your spirit animal, which is the falcon, also known as the peregrine. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Providence is on your side, and the opportunity that has been presented to you is congruent with your soul's purpose. Even if you don't feel fully prepared or have doubts in your ability to manage the complexities, dive in anyway. You'll be pleasantly surprised by the support that will come to you in unexpected ways. All it takes is the willingness on your part to continue on a steady course wholeheartedly, while at the same time being open to changes in the direction when the wind is blowing. It's important to stay focused on the goal that's ahead of you, while also remaining mindful of the purpose of your mission. Commit to your mission 100% and fulfill that commitment to the best of your ability. This isn't a time for analysis, guys, introspection, or retreat, but a time for action. As you respond to the opportunity that's before you, be willing to adjust your course of action as the need dictates, while at the same time moving steadily towards your goal. You can deal with whatever concerns come your way without being distracted by them and without straying from your path you're on. The associations with the falcon are focus, speed, agility, gracefulness, observation, vitality, enthusiasm, precision, adventurousness, passion, opportunity, perspectiveness, and fluidity. And that is exactly what I am talking about. So if you don't take my kind words, maybe take the falcons. And keep a lookout, guys. I don't know if you have falcons where you are, but I've got a funny feeling you're going to see a falcon during March, whether it's a picture, the word being spoken, an image that reminds you of a falcon. Keep an eye out for the falcon. That's not the falcon, sorry. Sorry, I put your card down and then sorry, there's the falcon. That's your card. Keep an eye out for the falcon. I've got a funny feeling it's going to manifest itself before you, in front of you, at some point in March, and that will be your sign. Your sign to start now. Prepare for the falcon, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me, Redsky, here on another round of Righteous Readings. Raw, righteous, real readings. I love you all so much, Libra. Please know that I'm in your corner. And I can't wait to see you on the next round with me. Until then, I wish you all the best, light and love, and better times ahead. Bye all.